Good morning, it is Saturday the 27th of May and we are here in Callendar Park for Falkirk Parkrun. I'm Douglas, she's Jen, and this is Scottish Parkruns. So yeah, we're here on quite a nice day. The sun is just starting to break through the clouds. We've got Callendar House behind us, here to do Falkirk Parkrun. I've not been here in quite a long time. I think it was about 4 years I was last here. And for the last video for this, I think it was January 2018, so it was completely different conditions back then. But Jen, I think you've got a wee fact about that video for us, don't you?
Yes, I actually feature in that video for a split second. I was about 10 seconds ahead of you crossing the line, whilst 34.5 weeks pregnant with my first child. 34.5 weeks pregnant, yep. And you beat me across the line. Yep.
I mean, that is impressive, Jen. That is good going. Yeah, I had to look back through the video and I was like, oh, there she is. I hadn't ever met you at that point in time, but yeah, it's kind of funny how these things line up. But Falkirk used to be your home park run, didn't it? Yes,
it was the local one when I started park running, so I think this is going to be run 72 here. I used to be here week in, week out, so it's where I really sort of became part of a park run community.
Oh, excellent. And yeah, as I say, this is only my third time coming here, so can you give me a quick refresh of what the route is?
Yeah, so it starts off kind of flat and on tarmac. You then turn up into the woods. There's a bit of an incline through the first K. You don't really feel it too much at the beginning. A nice descent, still on the trails, back into the park on the tarmac when you're about at 3K. Then you need to prepare yourself for Heartbreak Hill. Other park runs do call hills Heartbreak Hill, but this is the OG Heartbreak Hill, and you'll understand why once you're part way up it. It gets steeper as it goes, but then you get a nice long descent and then flat finish, so yeah, quick finish. Excellent,
that sounds good. Yeah, it's kind of an out and back with a big loop, isn't it?
Yes, roughly, yeah, the first and last kilometre are the same, yes.
Okay, cool, well I'm looking forward to this. So should we go and do a wee warm up to prepare ourselves for it?
Let's do it.
So welcome to Falkirk Parkrun, Callendar Park here. Special welcome to all first timers and visitors. 3, 2, 1, go!
Thank you. That's us completed the initial section of the run, flat bit along the tarmac, and then we head into the trails of Callendar Woods, and we're now on the gradual uphill climb, which takes us to the kind of high point of the route. Thank you. That's us about a mile in now. I think we've got to the point where we're starting to descend again. So say it's a fairly gradual uphill. Don't notice it too much, but just wait till you get around to Heartbreak Hill and you do same elevation of climbing on a much shorter space of time. But yeah, we're starting to gradually head back downhill now. Thank you. We've completed the section through the woods. We steep downhill at the end of that before you head round past the golf course. And now we're back on the tarmac as we're at the bottom point of the park now. Thank you. Well, this is it. The famous Heartbreak Hill. The OG Heartbreak Hill. There are many imitators, but this is the original and best. Certainly tough going. As Jen said, gets steeper the further up you go. Getting there. Thank you. Well, that is Heartbreak Hill completed. We're now heading back down the initial climb that we came up back at the start. So, opportunity to give the lungs and the legs a bit of recovery before the final straight along the flat to the finish. So it's about 400 metres to go back on the flat tarmac section. Running into a quite strong headwind now, so it's a tough finish today.
Well done, guys.
Thank you. Well, that is Falkirk Park Run completed for me for the third time, and the
72nd time.
72nd, that is quite a few more than I've done here. How did you find it on your 72nd visit?
Well, it doesn't get any easier. I think it's got harder since I was last here. Yeah, so it's always a tough one, and you kind of underestimate it because it starts off flat and then you're suddenly thrown into the hills, and it's a good tough workout, but yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So as I say, the third time I've been here, but the first two times, so the first time it was in January in the winter, so it was cold and dark and that, and then I came back in the summer the following year, but it was actually a really wet day. So this is the first time I've been here on lovely conditions, and I thoroughly enjoyed that one today. It's great going through the woods. That was very nice. I always enjoy a bit of a run through the woods. See Drumchapel Park Run as well. And yeah, Heartbreak Hill, still as tough as ever, particularly because it comes towards the end of the run, but at least you're then rewarded with a gradual downhill where you can sort of recover a wee bit before the sprint to the finish. So, still no new park runs yet, are there?
Not yet, no. We keep hearing whispers of things, but nothing definite.
We'll see what happens, but I think my next adventure, heading over to Denmark and Sweden for their bonus park run days next week. So it'll be Denmark on the Monday and then Sweden on the Tuesday, so hopefully that should be quite a nice wee adventure to go and meet up with some folk I've not seen in a while. So yeah, good coming here again, good run, and we will see you in the next one.